Hey, Moira, this is your brother. I'd like to apprise you of a few things. First of all, you're a psychopath. Second of all, I'm a lawyer. You're not. I'm a former prosecutor. You're not. Only 5 years, but I'm still a former prosecutor. I'm a former prosecutor with some trial experience. Not a lot, not enough. And I'm here to tell you, Moira, that car right there, that black Jeep, that car right there, that Volkswagen GTI, and that Volvo. By the way, these are all money pits because they're not Toyotas. See those two cars right there? This is just a non sequitur on a side. Those two cars, they've both got serious problems. They've both got problems with them that make them unusable. Those are the most reliable cars on the road. Those cars, money pit, money pit, money pit. Those are not reliable cars compared to the Toyotas there. Those cars aren't working. Those cars are working. Why? Because those are Greek mobsters and they mess with my cars while I'm sleeping. Anyways, these money pits that they're driving, these wastes of money that they're driving, they require lots of maintenance. They're paid for with theft, extortion, murder, and framing people for crimes they did not commit with the cooperation of the Greek mob, the Italian mafia, and corrupt police officers in the transit police and in the Newton police at a minimum. And the families that have been victimized, their family names are Berman, Abdel Salam, Dorsey, and Salvucci. Now, the crimes committed against each of those families varies. They don't do exactly the same every time. Basically, it's all just an extortion racket. The hard work, and honesty, and decency, and careful savings, and the morality, and the ethics, and the practice of being a very good American by a man named with the last name Abdel Salam paid for these vehicles. The same goes for Dad. Same goes for me. Same goes for a man named, I'm certain, Jeffrey N. Berman, who was in real estate. And somebody named Salvucci, who was in real estate. These people are parasites, Moira. And here's the problem. Dad said evidence will accrue of what they're doing. And he was right. There are now too many dead bodies, in my opinion, as an attorney. I'm not an actuary or a statistician in death rates, but there are too many dead bodies in Newton of men between the ages of 50 and 55, especially during the first couple weeks of November. That's really weird. If you're a government official in the city of Newton and it's the first 10 days of November and you're between the ages of 50 and 55, wow, that's a really dangerous time to be an employee or former employee of the city of Newton. Because Seti Warren, Captain William Spaulding of the Newton PD, and Jay Ciccione, city councilor of Newton, and retired 17-year veteran of the Sherburne Police, yeah, within a 5-year span, they all died suddenly without any explanation in their obituary as to why they died in the first 10 days of November. Isn't that weird? You see, if you're not an actuary and you're not a statistician and you don't work for an insurance company or you're not a doctor, if you're just into true crime, like if you're from Sheboygan and you hear about these facts and on the internet somehow you're like, oh my God, there must be a serial killer in Newton, Massachusetts killing government officials with poison or something, right? It just seems weird to your natural gut sense. Who knows what the statisticians and the actuaries and the doctors will say? But here's the thing I do know. These Greek mobsters that you use to get rid of Dad and ruin my life and trap me in this horrible house and in this horrible situation that I've been enduring for the last 11 years, they're parasites. And they're a parasite that is slowly killing the host. They're taking too much. That's the thing. Dad said evidence will accrue. What he meant was the economics of the United States of America, because of our laws, the economy is going to keep getting worse. The separation between rich and poor will continue to grow. and the middle class will continue to be hollowed out, and when, it'll go down to a much smaller percentage of our society than it was. This means these parasites, there's fewer and fewer people for them to steal from and extort and murder. Which means two things. There's fewer people for them to extort and murder and steal from. And the people they extort and murder and steal from are going to be increasingly wealthy and more well-educated and more talented at spotting the extortion and murder rackets. And that's what's happened in this case. Because the economy went to crap beginning sometime around 2004, these people had to target a man to maintain their lifestyle, to maintain the amount of money they steal, because they're parasites, they don't work. To maintain the amount of money, their standard of living, the amount of money they spend, they had to go after a target named Thomas Anthony Dorsey, who had about $20 million. Unfortunately for the Greek mob and the Italian mafia who's assisting them, and the corrupt Newton cops who are just dumb, who are assisting them, a target for extortion and fraud and inheritance theft who has $15 to $20 million is a much more sophisticated target. They are a much more well-educated target. Dad had a law degree and a PhD and a master's degree. I have a law degree and an undergraduate degree in political science and post-baccalaureate undergraduate studies in life sciences and psychology. So Dad and I make a pretty sophisticated target. You're not going after some plumber from Waltham who saved his whole life and saved up $3 million during his life. We are a completely different target. And these idiots in the Greek mob went after a target with that level of sophistication. And they have found out, to their great sorrow, that I figured out what they did, because I'm good at pattern recognition. See, a plumber from Waltham who saved up $3 million during his life with real estate investments and this and that, he's not good at pattern recognition with respect to legal documents. I am. A plumber from Waltham, who's targeted by these jokers, they're not good at looking at real estate records, and they don't know their legal rights. I'm a former prosecutor whose dad was a counterintelligence officer with the CIA and had a PhD. I literally grew up among a group of counterintelligence officers who worked for Rick Campbell. When I was 7 years old, I was listening to future counterintelligence officers who were going to work on Wall Street and finance, looking for fishy transactions on Wall Street having to do with espionage. I grew up among those people. Paul Flynn, Pat Hannigan, Dad. I was 7 years old on the back porch at 7881 Salt Springs Road listening to them. I'm a much more sophisticated target than some plumber from Waltham. I love plumbers. I think they're awesome. We need more of them. They're good guys. But they're a different target than I am. So evidence has accrued. I know what's going on. And unless a Newton police officer just shoots me dead, you people are in trouble with the law. And Marion Ryan is an incompetent idiot. Have a nice day, Moira. Evidence has accrued.